Over the course of time, hockey's taken many different twists and turns. The development is one of the things that a lot of the players really require focus on, and a lot of teaching behind the scenes. Joined by Dave McLelland, and Dave has a new title right now. And Dave, I'll let you basically tell us the program that you've got in and the title that you now have.
Yeah, Steve, I'm right now on the coach committee with the CCM Pacific Rim Challenge event, a junior prospects camp that's going to be hosted in Langley between June 29th and July 2nd. I've got other great committee members, include Rick Lands and Mark Hollick, and we just started early registration about a month ago for this thing, and it's really picked up, and we've got lots of players coming in from all over North America. We just brought our first player in from Florida, which is kind of interesting, and yeah, so we're excited about the event.
The key question that a lot of people might want to ask is, how did you get involved, and why did you think about starting this in the first place? I know it's needed, but how did you get the idea to do it?
You know, with all three of us, Mark, Rick, and myself's background in junior hockey, there's a lot of camp opportunities. There's lots of what we call showcase events that are out there. We thought that a smaller event, a little bit more interaction with coaches would be a better option for many players. We've been trying to go after players for this event that are on the verge of making it to junior hockey, and they're trying to get in the door with junior hockey. So our event is 4 age groups. It allows 4 teams only per group. Whereas you go to some of these events, I mean, Rick will probably be able to comment on this as well, and Mark, is some of these events have 200-300 kids at them, and you get lost in the crowd. And we've really recruited players for our event and worked with coaches at the minor level. Like another example is we had a group from Colorado, the Huskies hockey program, contact us about their players that are between the ages of 19 and 16 to see if some of their players wanted to come, and we just got a commitment this week. And as I mentioned to their group, I said, this is an opportunity where you know, they're going to work in a small group, get to know coaches. We have an assigned coach to each team for the weekend. So we're hoping they get to interact with coaches on a personal level, which is really one of the things that helps you get recruited by a coach. Sometimes watching a player skate around is one thing, but when you get to know the player, it's a different aspect.
And in the course of time I've been involved in hockey, which seems like an eternity, a lot of the players seem to just get maybe led down the garden path. People just tell them, do this, and it's focusing in the right direction, but not really the direction they need to go in.
Steve, I would agree with you so much on that comment. I been working as a family advisor for a while and I find even instruction or development, as you talked about earlier, your introduction here, well, if you're developing a player, you got to tell him what he's not good at. Right? And unfortunately, a lot of the activity out here right now with hockey's become a real business. And I'm not trying to diminish anything that people do, but if you're not giving valued correction and talking about where a player really stands, it's a real disservice to the athlete. We think at our camp with our evaluation process, we'll have some players that are probably going to get some bad news from us. You know, we might be able to say, hey, look, maybe junior hockey isn't what's there for you. It's not in your future. We think on the other side, we might be able to identify some players and say, hey, look, you know what, maybe you haven't put the work in yet, but you've got potential. So I think some honesty and truth is really what athletes are looking for, and unfortunately, I think we don't do enough of that.
Honesty pays dividends, as we all know, but besides having ice session, you'll have class sessions for the players as well?
We do. We're really excited. I mean, I think today we're announcing that Saul Miller is going to be doing a presentation for us on mental preparation for playing at an elite level and preparing as an elite athlete. We've got some excellent Western Hockey League presentations for our players. We've got a presentation on the BCHL and the differences between major junior. I'm also going to be bringing in some people to talk about lower level junior. The importance of maybe getting into junior hockey too. I come from a perspective, I think players are staying far too long in the minor hockey world, whereas junior hockey is junior hockey, and there's this, I like to say this, are you're building a minor hockey career or building a junior career? And I think as a guy, as you know, as coach at the junior B level, I've had a lot of success with players coming out of junior B and moving to both levels, major junior and the BCHL or Tier 2. And I think we're forgetting that it's a really viable option for many players. So we're going to certainly talk about that. We're also going to be doing a presentation on looking at how to develop the skill set to play junior hockey, which is a lot of it's going to be on the mental approach and what's required from the physical point of view. And again, I think giving parents some direction on that too would really help them save some time and some money. We hope to do that as well. I mean, with our group behind this and the coaches we have, I think we're going to be able to pass on a lot of knowledge to these athletes at this camp.